Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. And now we will remind you again, this is all about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and my reviews is not on cruise lines, it's on individual cruise ships. That's right, because each ship is different from their captain to their cruise director, and that's who makes the ship, the fun, the excitement, the games, everything in between. So tomorrow we get into the car and we drive our first time to Jacksonville, Florida, and our first time on the Elation, our first time back to back, and our first time on an actual holiday. Lots of children are going to be on this cruise ship. So we're going to be doing reviews on many things. How did it handle that? How easy it was to do a back to back. Now we do have the same room. If you want the same room, you always have a cruise person who works for you that will help you get that same room. It's absolutely horrible to switch rooms, and a lot of people said they did that later and regretted it because they had to pack up. So supposedly we don't have to do that, so we will find out. So now the checklist before you go, and everyone goes, what do you mean before you go? This has nothing to do with what you're taking on the cruise. This is an important checklist. I have a farm, you all know that, and I was a travel agent, you all know that. But now I want you all to understand that when we leave, we have a very responsible pet setter, farm setter. That's and she does the regular pet setting as well. But we have cameras everywhere. Cameras, so you make sure your cameras are working. You make sure you have signs to let people know if they want to be stupid that you have cameras. Never tell anyone, especially if you're part of the media world, that you're not going to be at your house. Now I know Tony and all them do that, but they also have great security, like I said. Now that's said and done. You have a list of phone numbers, regardless of if something happens, that they can call and take care of that something, whatever it is. Now, she's very resourceful. She knows I have a miniature goat that likes to get out, but never really goes far from mom. So she knows she goes right back. So that's not a problem. Now, also, we have a garden. It's on an automatic water system. You let her know how that works. You let her know she doesn't need to touch it. You also, if any changes from the last time she was here, you send her video notes on it. Don't write this down. In this day and age, make little notes. Show her what you're talking about so she is not confused. All right, that's also important. Also, if you're doing a 4-hour ride trip like we are, down to, though we're in Georgia, Jacksonville Port is approximately 4 hours away. Not a big deal. Make a checklist for your snack bag. See, we're leaving at 6 a.m. in the morning so we can be on the ship by 11 o'clock. We also have Fast to the Fun Pass. I believe that's important to have. Now, everyone says at this point you don't really wait very long, but I think that's about to change, because now NCL is also at this port, and they are doing a couple of longs, like 12 days, and a lot of short days as well. So I think that is going to change. Also, we are parking. It's $17 a night at the pier. We are parking for $11 a night at across the street and an official parking lot for the cruise line, where they take us over. So all our luggage and stuff is handed to the porters. So we never found a video on that. So I'm gonna let you know how smooth that works, because everything I've seen so far is people parking in the parking lot and then taking their luggage to wherever they gotta turn them into. So we're not doing that. So they're gonna handle all that for us. The most important thing, you put a regular luggage tag with your name, your address, your email, and your phone number. Then you put their tag on there. 2 places, everyone. This has happened to me several times, so I do it 2 places. Top handle, side handle. It may be an overkill, but we have actually had to go find our luggage because they got ripped off. So I put 2. All right, 2. You don't have to put them in color, because the color doesn't tell you anything. It's just a decoration. It just looks good. But it's the code number on there that tells them where your your luggage goes. Now, it might help them out, but other floors have similar colors, so it really doesn't matter. Now, once you have all these things done, your house is taken care of, your pets are done, you buy extra dog food, extra cat food, extra grain, you set them up for success. Now, like I said, we have cameras everywhere now. I do live on a farm out in no man. Even though you got past neighbors, never tell anyone you're leaving. Except for I have a business here. I have to tell my loyal customers I will not be here. So that's very important to know. Now, if you're in a regular neighborhood, make sure your cameras are working inside and out make sure they have backup power if they're chargeable. I found the little rings for the doors are easier to work with inside and outside than the big rings. And I'm not knocking it. If someone breaks in my house, I don't want them to see that camera because you know what they're going to do, right? Even though it's being loaded up and I have to destroy the camera, it's still there in my phone on record. They cannot get to it. So stop talking about security and let's move on. Make sure every number that's up there on the board. Also, I have a chalkboard thing that has combinations and locks to everything that's here in case for some reason she has to enter the barn or something. So that is our first video for this trip. I can't wait to spend the rest of the 9 days letting you know how this all works out. And also, the back-to-back, equal to 9-night cruise, was less than a 9-day cruise. That was something very important I wanted to let you know. Also, what else worked out for us in the last 2 cruises, and this is new, we were testing out, we did thank you cards. Every day, I put a $10 in my room source room, and I leave him a happy note and wish him the very best. And then I tip him really big at the end. So I got outstanding service throughout the cruise, and I'm very thankful for that. Do I pay? Now, you get mad at me, but I used to prepay all mine. I do not prepay anything anymore. So after I found out truly how it works, because they're not allowed to tell us, so they said, we don't really know. But I know someone who does not work for a cruise line anymore. And he was really upset. He works hard for his money and finds out when you pay in, they take that average per day. It's split up with people that you may never, ever see. And these are people, I think, that should get paid hourly and should not be getting the tip that you're leaving for these other people. So on that note, ta-ta, and let the journey begin.